Need to call my insurance company. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. Did the police say when they were coming?
They were probably on their way. They're usually pretty. I'm surprised one hadn't passed already.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I noticed in the background of the house a figure that fit the profile of Michael Sykes. If you have a set of parents, it would be common that the male adult would answer the door, obviously to protect his frail parents. This did not occur. The father answered the door, and the male figure in the shadows that fit Sykes' profile scurried off into an unknown location. My gut instinct at that time said, it's Michael Sykes.
It's definitely a place where Sykes could be. I'm concerned about where the daughter could be. Can't believe you yelled at me, George. Hurt my feelings.
I'm so shocked that you cussed.
Did you get anything, Frenchie, from the back?
There was no activity at all. The lights went on, but I couldn't see anyone.
All right, this is not going anywhere anytime soon.
No. Been here 6 hours.
I don't imagine these people will be out the door until like 7.
Let's get some shut-eye, a couple hours, we'll come back.
See, these people here, number one, yes, these are the grandparents. There's school stuff, children's stuff in the back, but it's old and it's pushed up against the garage. That could be Sykes' trucks. It's just parked there.
Right, and there's a new one there.
There's a new one out across the street. The old white one is parked up against the garage, and there's a car behind that.
She says he likes pickups. He likes to drive pickups.
Right.
We moved out of the area with intentions of getting rest and returning the next morning, thinking that if in fact Michael Sykes was there, he would not be departing until very early that next morning.
Everything that we wanted to do tonight, we achieved. We ran recon, we checked out the area, we got a look inside the house. We know it's impossible. We're gonna go back in the morning. Let's see who comes out of that house.
Guys, this is Lou from the Ops Center. He's on speaker. Go ahead, Lou.
The white truck is registered to Carl Andrew Sykes.
It'll be 7/3/1950. He bought that truck back in August of 2001.
I'm still working on the plates for the red truck.
All right, Lou, thank you.
Thanks, Lou.
Out here.
Is the truck still there?
Take a sweep and find out. Looks like it's there. Dadgummit. It's gone. It's gone. Knew it. Oh, man. Knew it.
Lights on in the back.
Lights on in the back and the truck's gone. You know what? My gut feeling, man, that was Sykes.
We arrived back on site about 06, and that red maroon vehicle had departed. I can't tell you the amount of frustration that I was feeling at that time because, again, my gut instinct is saying, you know what, that's Sykes and he's split. And we had no surveillance on him at that time. Should have rolled on him last night with law enforcement. I'm hoping I didn't make a great tactical error here. Whether you make bad judgment calls in war, whether your fireman doesn't go into a burning building to save a person because he thinks the flames are too hot. Last night keeps haunting me. I keep thinking that was Michael Sykes standing in the background. My team was tired, and I did something that I have never done before. I was overly focused on my men and the sleep they needed. My first priority is bringing back a child. And that means sometimes going without sleep. Sometimes that means pushing ahead no matter what the conditions are. And that could have ended this case. I can't go back and change that.
Where's your sock? Here, look at me. Hello, Fairy Kids. This is Mandy.
Hi, it's Kelly Kaysen from ARC.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I have some questions.
I got it. Thank you.
Are you busy right now? You have some time?
Oh, yeah, I have time.
Okay. If Michael was going to work, would you think he'd be more likely to leave Shannon with a girlfriend or with his mother?
His mother, ever since she was born, it's like she's been obsessed with her. She even tried to get her when she was a baby, when I picked her up. She'd say something about Mama, and I said, no, say Granny. And she says she can call me Mama if she wants to. I said, no, she can't. Your name's Granny. My name is Mama. So she had a miscarriage after Mike, and it was a little girl. And after Shannon was born, she made the comment that she looked just like Mike, and that's what her daughter would have looked like.
Okay, very good.
That's really helpful, Manuel. We really
Appreciate it.
Okay. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, sure. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Kel, if we find Sarah Sykes, I think we'll find Shannon.
Good work, Kel. We appreciate it, both you and Lou. We'll stay on top of this stuff, okay? All right, out here.
You know what? I'll bet you that was Sykes that I saw in the shadows last night in that house. And that maroon truck was his. And he's booked out here about, we got in this site at 06. I'll bet you he booked out anywhere from between 04, 05. You know why? To make his trip up to North Carolina to celebrate his mother's birthday today and be there for Thanksgiving. I made a decision to take the team and press on up to the North Carolina area where Sarah Sykes is believed to be. The intelligence that we gathered shows that Sarah Sykes favors the child in almost a weird way. Sarah Sykes had had a miscarriage prior to the abduction. Once that child was born, Sarah Sykes made a comment to Madeline Sykes that, I believe that God has sent this child into the world to replace the child that I could not have. It's a little strange, but not uncommon with cases like this. According to Madeline Sykes, the custodial mother, Michael and his mother are very close, and they usually celebrated their birthdays together every year. So we decided to make our way up here thinking, okay, if there's one time that they might feel secure, this is 2 years later, and they might get together at this place up here, could be Thanksgiving. So tons of calls have been coming from Sarah Sykes' address right here off of 66 McKenzie Way up. Are you familiar with that, the new development? Well, I'll share all that information.
Gateway Mountain?
Gateway Mountain. We believe Sarah Sykes owned a home at the Gateway community, and that was based on phone calls that we had obviously sourced and other intelligence.
Okay. The house was checked recently.
Well, a ton of them were coming in.
Check for what?
Checked for him, Michael Sykes. And I think like 2 days prior to the sheriff's department checking this house, he was gone.
We didn't see any evidence of Sarah Sykes occupying the house. All right. So now where's Sarah Sykes? So we're able to follow a P.O. box address, a forwarding address from the Gateway community, which is the mountain home that we just now looked at, to Black Mountain.
She switched her P.O. box again.
We need an address. Let's go. Now we could discover that that P.O. box has now been moved as of 2 weeks ago. So now we're basically 10 days behind what we think, 10 days behind the bad guy, which is possibly Michael Sykes, Sarah Sykes. Lou, boss. Do I need a physical address?
Okay, I got you.
I'm getting near Thanksgiving, Lou. We have 1 day, and I need a physical address to this. I need to get eyes on the target.
I'll have to dig.
Got it.
Boz, I got the address.
Lou was able to locate an actual physical property to that P.O. box, which Sarah Sykes is supposedly now held up in. The surveillance site is located in a heavily drugged meth lab area. People outside the community are easily noticed, so that requires us to be far more stealthy than we would, so we'll insert it 04 in the morning. We will only move under cover of darkness.
Inclement weather is the advantage to those who choose to endure so that they can get the greater gain. And for us as former special operations guys, it could not have been more perfect. Yeah, it was cold. Yeah, it was miserable. But, you know, how much more miserable is that kid if she's in a bad situation?
I noticed all of her windows look like they're darkened.
Could be so no one ever thinks they're home. You know, you can't see lights.
Look at how that thing's situated, that mobile home. It's up on a hill, it's kind of back, and it has that real big bright light on the side of it.
Yeah. Everything about her double wide trailer told us that somebody was choosing to hide there. The windows were blacked out, then that means that there's no light coming out. So anytime you pass that trailer, it looks like it's abandoned or there's no one there. There's no light coming out, day or night.
Why don't take a look inside, see if there's any children's toys. Yeah, sound like a shotgun. Maybe somebody's hunting turkey today. A door. They're coming out. Yeah, that's her. Looks like she's dressed to go somewhere now. All right, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I need to find out if that girl's in there. Let's call our guy over at the PD. He can get a search warrant.
Was it Lieutenant Jeffrey Willis?
Yeah.
Connected.
Hey, Jeff. Jeff, this is Boz with ARC. How are you, buddy? Sarah Sykes is definitely there, and we believe there's somebody else in there also. And it could possibly be the child. It could possibly be Michael Sykes, the felon. Is it possible to pull a search warrant and go in on that place?
We contacted law enforcement. We were able to brief them on the situation, and they were more than happy to go in and raid the trailer to see if, one, Shannon Sykes was there, two, to see if Michael Sykes, the abductor, the criminal, was there. Answering the door. Stand by, bullets go. Letting them go in.
There's no child in the house. Sarah is there. She consented to a search of the residence. They said they'd been here since August, but she said it's been 2 years since she's had contact with Michael Sykes.
Well, we know that's not true by phone calls.
But this could be, she could hide out here forever. I mean, the child's not here. I mean, she didn't have, we were honest, fast, there's no way she could have hid the child. There's really no place. They've checked closets to make sure there's not behind things, moved things around, but